One of the most remarkable systems for communication is language, like when Carly places an order and expects to receive what she ordered and not a bucket of mud. Language enters our brain through the visual and auditory systems, which allow the motor system to produce speech and writing. However, critical events like a stroke can affect our speech and communication depending on the region of the left hemisphere affected. Example of the two types of aphasias are presented.
Mr. Ford, tell me about your work.
I'm a signal man. Well, again,
Let me help you. You were a signal.
yeah, signal man, yeah.
Were you in the Coast Guard?
No, yes, ship Massachusetts Coast Guard years.
Could you tell me, Mr. Ford, what you've been doing in the hospital?
Yeah, sure. Me go, PT 9 o'clock. Speech 2 times. Read, write, practice, getting better.
And have you been going home on weekends?
Why, yes, Thursday or Friday, barber wife, and car drive, turnpike, rest, and TV.
Are you able to understand everything on television?
Oh, yes, well, almost.
Mr. Ford, with the symptoms you've provided me with and what I've taken from today's session, I'd like to talk about a condition called Broca's aphasia.
Broca's aphasia is a motor or non-fluent aphasia where the person has difficulty speaking even though they can understand language heard or read. In the brain, the Broca's area is in the frontal lobe and lies next to the area controlling the mouth and lips.
So, Mr. George, what brings you in?
I'm sweating, I'm awful nervous, once in a while I get caught up, and I mentioned the Terrapole a month ago quite a little. I've done a lot of things that goes while, on the other hand, it just goes around, I have a lot to run around, and there's a lot of treading and all that sort of stuff.
Thank you, Mr. George. I want to ask you a few...
Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead, anything you want. If I could, I would. I'll just take the world the wrong way, All the barbers just be asking me a question, and it just goes around and around, you know what I mean? And I'm just tying, and then the persuasion, and we're just trying to keep whatever we can while it's all going around, while we're in bed, it's all about the same thing.
Mr. George, I take notice to your specific symptoms and believe that you have something called Wernicke's aphasia, which we can talk about.
With Wernicke's aphasia, the person's speech is fluent but comprehension is poor. Their speech is a mixture of clarity and gibberish. Wernicke's area is on the superior surface of the temporal lobe and lies between the auditory cortex and the angular gyrus.